And so we're coming out from a weekend of great boxing on display for the public. And as we venture forward, history has taken place and some fighters have been put in their place. And this video is talking about some residual fallout as a result of Fury versus Usyk Ring of Fire that took place Saturday, May 18th, 2024. Let's talk about something that one of Fury's staunchest supporters had to say. It's very interesting how the wheel turns, people, and how minds change after business is taken care of. Let's talk about it. According to an article from Boxing News 24, it is being stated by Johnny Nelson that he predicts Tyson Fury will not rematch Alexander Usyk. I wonder why Mr. Nelson would come out and say such a thing when prior to the fight, he seemingly had Usyk not able to even conquer Fury, climb the mountain of the Gypsy King, and show who's truly best. Now, this article, the link will be in the description box, finds Mr. Nelson saying that he doesn't think that Fury will use his rematch clause to fight Usyk after losing to him last Saturday night. He wouldn't want to risk the humiliation. Nelson feels that Fury will look at how he performed in the fight, particularly in the 9th round when referee saved him and he was close to being knocked out. That's very interesting because if I recall correctly, pundits like Nelson didn't think that the little man, Alexander Usyk, had a chance. I always felt he had a chance because of his boxing pedigree. And so now Fury, whose record is 34-1 with 1 draw and 24 KOs, has finally dropped a fight. He's human, people. Yeah. When Fury sees his performance, says Nelson, he'll retire because Fury knows he didn't win the fight. It's obvious that he didn't win. Alexander Usyk is now the undisputed champion. However, pundits like Nelson went into this fight exclaiming that Usyk didn't really have a chance, with Fury being able to be so much bigger, have the reach advantage, weight advantage. And they've always talked about Fury being the better boxer. I never saw it that way. Alexander Usyk is a tremendous boxer. He is of that school of the Lomachenko and Dmitry Bivol European style that has suddenly become difficult to contend with here. So when they locked up in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, we saw Usyk put it on Fury, Usyk, with his record now bumped up to 22-0 with 14 KOs, looked tremendous, opening the fight, taking the fight to Tyson Fury. But suddenly, typically in the fashion that he's known, Fury found a rhythm, and he began to sweep the middle rounds, possibly stringing together 4 to 5 rounds until Usyk caught up to him. Now, the one thing about boxing is this: to make adjustments is very important. Fighters can go in and out, they can be up and down, but rhythm is very important. Broken rhythm, and to find a way to get around broken with rhythm, is paramount in being successful. And guess what? Alexander Usyk was able to do that. Tyson Fury resorted to hamming it up and playing to the crowd, while Usyk was going about his work. Nelson points out that Fury is a wealthy man and doesn't need to fight any longer. He's proud and don't want to stay in the game if he's not at his best and getting beaten. Having a bank account stuffed with dough will make Fury's retirement decision easier. These are Nelson's sentiments. He says, Tyson, do I think he can do better? Unless he's going to be offensive through the whole of the fight, yes, he said 2 seconds out when asked if he believed Tyson Fury could do better in the rematch with Usyk. He said he thought he won. I don't really think he believes that, Nelson said about Fury. I know there's a rematch clause. I really don't think that it'll happen. How will Tyson be able to get his head around that, especially when he looks at round 9, when he looks at his performance? Maybe, Johnny, he'll view it when he's not sober. Fury must suspect by now that his abysmal performance against Francis Ngannou was a signal that he was no longer the fighter he once was. If there was any doubt left in Fury's mind about it, where he still has it, that was answered by Usyk. The rumors of Fury being dropped and dominated by his sparring partners are now more believable after watching how dreadful he looked against Usyk. I don't think he will take the rematch. I think everyone around him wants him to because there's a lot of money involved. I think this will make Tyson seriously consider walking away from this game. He's a wealthy man. This will be hard for him to digest, to get his head around, to accept, said Nelson. The article written by James _ the grad says further, I agree with Nelson. Fury won't be able to accept turning into a ham and egger, getting beaten worse by Usyk in the rematch, and getting similar treatment from other heavyweights in the division. I think the referee saved Tyson from a knockout, said promoter Alex Krasik to the media, reflecting on his view that the referee prevented Usyk from finishing off a hurt Tyson Fury in round 9. "No doubt about it," said Krasick on the rematch. On pace for October. Listen, this is the thing about the fight between Usyk and Fury. Usyk was prepared from the onset, and he knew it was going to be a tough fight, not an easy fight. But Fury entered this fight thinking that Usyk would be easy for him eventually because of their sizes. But he also knew at the core in his heart whom he was dealing with. Because after Usyk had his breakthrough in round 9, Fury began to really see Usyk in the proper light as his lights were dimming. Personally, I believe that Fury may take the rematch out of pride, but that doesn't mean that he can turn things around. Because a lot of times in the sport of boxing, your mental is what's holding it all together. You could lose all the weight, you can get in shape, you can put on muscle, but if you haven't cultivated what's on the inside, that's where you run into the real problems. And personally, Fury has a number of issues on the inside that he needed to work out long ago, and it has been unaddressed. It may be too late to start now. I think that Usyk can go on and be the fighter he is going to be for the history books, and Tyson Fury can take some time off and reassess where he wants to be. But I don't know if Johnny Nelson is incorrect when he says he may not want to be back with Usyk in the ring in October. But we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? What do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about this article. The link will be in the description box. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.